You are driving your family down a brand new toll road on a Sunday afternoon. Suddenly, the traffic stops, the police clear the lanes, and a $100 million fighter jet touches down right in front of your windshield. This isn't a scene from an action movie. This is the new reality in Indonesia. Breaking reports confirm that the Indonesian Air Force, TNIU, has successfully conducted high-stakes trials converting active civilian freeways into emergency military runways. The government calls it dual-use infrastructure. The military calls it Agile Combat Employment. But intelligence analysts know exactly what this is. It is preparation for a scenario where every single permanent airbase in the country has been destroyed by enemy missiles. The tests, involving tactical fighters landing on a modified section of the Trans-Java Toll Road, mark a massive doctrinal shift for Southeast Asia's largest economy. For decades, Indonesia's defense strategy was focused on internal security and counterterrorism. But this move signals that Jakarta is now preparing for a high-intensity state-on-state conflict. You don't practice landing jets on highways unless you expect your hangars to be smoking craters in the first hour of a war. The mainstream media is reporting the traffic jams. The observer is looking at the kill chain. To understand why this is happening now, you have to look at the map. Indonesia sits directly on the southern edge of the South China Sea, the most volatile body of water on Earth. With tensions between Beijing and Washington reaching a boiling point, neutral nations like Indonesia are waking up to a terrifying reality. Geography makes them a battlefield whether they choose a side or not. In modern warfare, precision-guided missiles have made static airbases obsolete. We saw this in Ukraine. We saw this in the Middle East. If your air force is parked in a row on a known runway, it dies on the ground. The only way to survive a first strike from a superpower is to disperse. You hide your jets in forests, in tunnels, and yes, on public highways. Countries like Taiwan, Sweden, and Switzerland have done this for years. Now, Indonesia is joining the club of nations that are hardening their infrastructure for total war. Let's look at the deep dive data. This isn't just about painting some lines on the asphalt. The engineering required to land a fighter jet on a highway is immense. The road foundation must be reinforced to handle the impact of a 15-ton aircraft hitting the tarmac at 150 miles per hour. The central barriers must be removable. The power lines and street lamps must be collapsible. This suggests that the new toll roads being built across Java, and specifically in the new capital city, Nusantara, IKN, are being designed from the blueprint stage as military assets. The civilian infrastructure boom that President Jokowi has championed for 10 years is effectively a dual-purpose military logistics network. This aligns with the incoming administration's focus on military modernization, including the purchase of French Rafales and American F-15E-S. They are buying the expensive toys, and now they are ensuring they have a place to land them when the shooting starts. The risks here are psychological as much as they are tactical. By publicly drilling these operations, Indonesia is signaling to its neighbors, specifically China, that it will not be a pushover. It is a concept known as the porcupine strategy. You make yourself so painful to swallow that the predator decides to leave you alone. However, there is a domestic cost. Militarizing public infrastructure blurs the line between civilian and combatant. In a war, if a highway is a runway, then a highway is a legitimate target for a cruise missile. The commuters driving on that road are now driving on a bullseye. Critics in Jakarta are already warning that this strategy effectively turns the entire island of Java into a distributed military base, putting millions of civilians in the crosshairs of any potential adversary. So, what happens in the next 30 days? Watch the procurement orders. If we see Indonesia buying mobile air traffic control towers, portable refueling trucks, and rapid runway repair kits, then the transition is complete. They aren't just testing the roads. They are building a shadow air force that can operate from 7-Eleven parking lots if necessary. The verdict is clear. A nation that builds runways on its highways is a nation that has stopped hoping for peace and started planning for survival. The asphalt is no longer just for cars. It is the last line of defense. History is being written right now, and most people are looking the wrong way. Don't be blind. Join the observer.